So, good day everyone. Today I'll be presenting our topic about the American literature. So, our first topic is about the American literature during the colonial and revolutionary periods. First, I will tackle about the American literature during the colonial and revolutionary periods. American literature during the colonial and revolutionary periods reflects the diverse experience and values of early settlers and revolutionaries in America. These periods, spanning from the early 1600s to the late 1700s, saw the emergence of various literary forms, themes, and figures that laid the groundwork for American literature traditions. First, I'll tackle about the colonial period. American literature during the colonial period spanning from the early 1600s to the mid 1700s is a rich tapestry of writings that reflect the experiences, values, and challenges of early settlers. This period lays the groundwork for America's literary. So, this presentation covers the American literature from early 1600s to the mid 1700s, a foundation time for our literary traditions. So, during the colonial period, literature primarily consisted of diaries, journals, and letters that documented the experience of early settlers. Early American literature primarily consisted of personal documents like diaries, journals, and letters. These writings offer detailed accounts of settlers' daily lives and struggles and their interactions with the new environment. Next is the religious writing. Puritan influence. Religion played a central role in the lives of colonists, particularly the Puritans. Their literature often reflected their strict moral codes and religions. So, ang religious themes dominate sa literature of this period, which is reflecting sa Puritan values and beliefs. Next is the captivity narratives. Captivity narratives became a popular genre during the colonial period. These stories typically detailed the experiences of settlers who were captured by Native American and later released. So, ang captivity narrative ko, no, it became a popular genre during this period. Um, these stories such as Mary Rowland's Son, a narrative of the captivity and restoration of Mrs. Mary Rowland's Son, recount the experiences of settlers who were captured by the Native Americans. Next is the poetry, religious devotion, and daily life. Poetry during this period often expressed religious devotion and the realities of colonial life. It served as a means for settlers to reflect on their faith and their experience in the New World. So, ang poetry ko na during the colonial period, the reflections on religious devotion and the harsh realities of colonial life. Next is religious and moral. It focuses on the literature from colonial period is heavily influenced by Puritanism. It often emphasized themes of faith, morality, and community collective responsibility. So, next are the themes and characteristics. First is the religious and moral. It focuses on literature from the colonial period. It's heavily influenced by Puritanism. It often emphasizes themes of faith, morality, and the community's collective responsibility to uphold religious values. So, ang literature from the colonial period is characterized by a strong religious and moral focuses documenting the experiences and daily life of settlers. So these writings provide valuable insights into the early American experience. Next is documenting experiences. Many writings from this era are practical in nature, documenting the daily lives and experiences of the settlers. They provide valuable historical records of the challenges and trumps faced by early colonists. So, next is reflections of daily life. The writing also offer insights into everyday lives of the settlers during their interaction with the native population. Their efforts built the communities in their struggle to survive new harsh environment. So, in conclusion, American literature during the colonial period is characterized by its focus on religious themes, personal narratives, and practical account of daily life. These early writings not only document the experiences of the first American settlers, but also reflect the values and ideals that would shape the emerging nation. This period laid the foundation for America's literary tradition and set the stage for the rich and diverse body of the literature that would follow. So, ang American literature kuno during the colonial period naglaid sang foundation for the nation's literary tradition. And these writings not only document the early American experience, but also reflects the evolving values and ideas of the time. So next is the Revolutionary period. American literature during the Revolutionary period, approximately 1765 to 1789, is characterized by a strong focus on political themes, advocacy for independence, and the promotion of democratic ideals. This era reflects the burgeoning sense of national identity in the intellectual and cultural ferment leading up to and during the American Revolution. Next is Next are the key themes and characteristics. Political advocacy. Many literary works of this period were written to persuade and rally support for the American cause of independence. The literature often argued for the rights of the colonies and against British tyranny. Example, Paine Common Sense, 1776, is one of the most influential pamphlets which argued passionately for American independence and inspired many colonists. Next are the founding documents. This period saw the creation of foundational political documents that articulated the ideals and principles of the new nation. Example is the Declaration of the Independence, 1776, primarily authored by Thomas Jefferson, eloquently expressed the colonies' right to self-govern and listed grievances against the British Crown. Next is the speeches. Revolutionary leaders delivered powerful speeches that played a significant role in inspiring and mobilizing the populace. Example, Patrick Henry's famous speech, Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death, in 1775. It is a prime example of a persuasive and impassioned rhetoric of the time. Next is pamphlets and essays. Pamphlets were a popular medium for spreading the revolutionary ideas and were widely distributed among the colonists. Example, the Federalist Papers, 1787 to 1788, written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay, were a series of essays promoting the ratification of the United States Constitution. So those are the themes and characteristics on the revolutionary period. Next is the poetry and songs. Patriotic poetry and songs were written to boost morale and celebrate the fight for independence. Example, the Liberty Song by John Dickinson is one of the earliest American patriotic songs which encouraged unity and resistance against British oppression. Next is the personal writings and letters. Letters and diaries from this period provide personal insights into the Revolutionary War and its impact on individuals. The letters between John and Abigail Adams offer a unique perspective on this era. reflecting both personal and political strength. So these are the prominent figures and their works. First is Thomas Paine. He was an English-born American founding father, French revolutionary inventor, and a political philosopher. So his key work is the Common Sense, which is his pamphlet played a crucial role in convincing ordinary and colonists to support the cause of independence. Next prominent is Thomas Jefferson. He was an American statesman, planter, diplomat, lawyer, architect, philosopher, and founding father who served as the third president of the United States from 1801 to 1809. His work is the Declaration of Independence. Its impact is Jefferson's eloquent writing outlined the philosophical justification for the colonies' break from Britain. Next is Patrick Henry. He was an American politician, planter, and orator who declared to the Second Virginia Convention on 1775, "Give me liberty or give me death." A founding father, he served as the first and sixth post-colonial governor of Virginia from 1776 to 1779 and from 1784 to 1786. His work is Speech of the Virginia Convention. Its impact is his passionate plea for liberty galvanized support for the revolution. So, Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay, they were influential founding fathers who co-authored the Federalist Papers, significantly shaping the U.S. Constitution and the foundational governance of the United States. Their key is the Federalist Papers. The impact is the essays were instrumental in shaping the political philosophy and the structure. The last, Phyllis Wheatley. She was an American author who is considered the first African American author to publish a book of poetry. Keyword: poems on various subjects, religious and moral. Impact X as the first African American woman to publish a book of poetry. Her work challenged preconception about race and intellect. So those are the prominent figures in their works. In conclusion, American literature during the Revolutionary period was not just a reflection of the tumultuous times, but also a powerful tool for change. Through pamphlets, essays, speeches, and poems, writers and thinkers of the era articulated the principles of liberty, equality, and democracy that would become the foundation of the United States. Their contributions helped to rally support for independence, defining the new nation's identity to lay the groundwork for its future. So, in conclusion, the colonial and revolutionary periods laid the foundation for American literary traditions reflecting the evolving values and ideals of early America.